Happy April, y'all. Hope you had a good one. Hope you're taking care of yourself. This month is going to be a short update because I spent a lot of it dealing with some strange fatigue, but I think I've got it figured out. Before I get into my design updates, over on my personal YouTube, I've been streaming a playthrough of Jinku's Bonsai Diary, and I had a lot of fun with it. I think it was my first time recording myself playing like a physical board game. So maybe check it out. I would highly recommend checking out Jinku's games. They're very cool. Um, Most of this month, I've spent working on getting stuff ready for Protospiel Online, which is in like a week, which is my favorite online convention. I'm updating the rulebooks for okEros and also Conviction. Hope we get some unguided playtests of those. And I know I've been focusing a lot on Opacity, trying to get ready for the Game Crafter meta progression challenge, but I've been having this feeling in my gut, like in my belly, that there's something wrong with it. Like it's too complicated, too much. It's not on the right track, and so I want to overhaul it again, but I don't exactly know how exactly, and so I'm taking a break from it because I'm super burned out on Opacity. So I'm just gonna focus on the other stuff, like like bread, for example. Bread took some interesting turns. I've been like super comfortable with its state, but I decided to change up one of the key mechanics. The game had been about winning by having one bread by the end, but now I'm making it about removing all of your hangry fire. And the base card that you start with that has your starting fire, that's one of the fires you can get rid of now. And that also means you would get rid of your starting truck or mill, which also means that if you do it early, then you might put yourself in a state where you no longer have you might put yourself in a position where you don't have the ability to get new cards or add to your tableau. Um, um, Most of the time, people just save up their fire to save up their bread to extinguish it at the end, but it would be an interesting turn to see because it would also mean you're not burning cards. There's a lot of edge cases that could come out of that, but testing so far has been good. But I feel like it needs a lot more. I changed the emergency orders as well, so they're a lot like the base card, except they have two trucks and two fires. As much fun as it was to introduce a bunch of unique effects, there was really only a couple that were seeing a lot of usage, and I didn't feel like it was worth the extra complexity of having like a fire action. So, yeah. VelociRapture is the other game I've been working on. I don't really have a lot of updates because I'm basically just doing what I mentioned in my last vlog of like creating categories of games. I've gone through and sorted them, and I pretty much have all my basic, like, easy, accessible, like, familiar games, like Go Fish and Cheat and stuff like that. And I also have, like, a good number, like, maybe a little bit more than half of the more complex ones. The ones I really need to make, like, a whole bunch of them, are the really weird, unusual ones, because those designs I've been, like, avoiding because it's extremely dependent on the play group to, like, make something valuable out of it. So, um, but now that I'm doing this whole categories of like games, I'm more willing to give it a try. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Hope you have a good month. Hope you have a good May. Ciao. Bye.